Good evening. My name is Joe. My channel is Pre-War Dreams. Just want to say thank you if you're tuning in. Start out my videos usually with the same thing. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. But today is a gift, and that's why it's called the present. The reason why I say that in a lot of my videos is because of my mom. My mom was a huge Eleanor Roosevelt fan. I remember for the last 10 or 15 years of her life, she always talked about she wanted to get another dog and name it Eleanor. But she, never got one, and she just kind of was a grandma to my family's dogs. So it was just something that, she would talk about and always talk about Eleanor Roosevelt. So when I started my channel, that's just something kind of just to honor my mom and to keep her close to me. Reason though for this video is pretty simple. We have a great person in the community by the name of Dan. Dan's Vintage Baseball PC. And he's celebrating his 3-year anniversary on YouTube. And so I just want to do this VR and talk about Dan. Dan and I met at Strongsville in 2025. And then this year we saw each other again at Strongsville in 2026. Before Strongsville, he had talked about an episode that he wanted to do on his channel about the 1971 All-Star Game. And I reached out to Dan just because I have a little bit of a connection with the 71 All-Star Game because I had some memorabilia from it. And so Dan graciously put me on his channel with him, and we had a great conversation about it. So when I saw that there were a lot of VRs that were popping up, I thought I just wanted to come on and kind of share just a VR and a congratulations to Dan on his 3 years. One of the things that Dan talked about is he wanted to have us show a card that's meaningful to us, meaningful to our collection. And I'll be honest, I'm going to break the rules, so I may disqualify myself from the gift or the giveaway on it. But I couldn't just show one, I had to show two. And so the two cards that I'm going to show are near and dear to me, even though I never saw this gentleman play a baseball game. So for me starting out in collecting, the catalyst behind that was my mom. My mom loved baseball, and she, just thought it would be a really good hobby for me to have, something that kind of kept me a little bit out of trouble, being an only child. So my mom kind of was the beginning of kind of my baseball journey and talking about players and things of that nature and taking me when she could to baseball games at Tiger Stadium. But it's funny because my mom, who was born, raised, lived her whole life in Detroit, really didn't like a lot of Detroit Tigers. She kind of liked a lot of visiting teams, and a lot of times. And, they were just, players that she would be like, oh, yeah, he's good, and just kind of go on. But then she'd rave about, another player on another team. Where Dan and I kind of have a little bit of a connection is the fact that his favorite baseball player was my mom's favorite baseball player. And so I'm going to break the rules, like I said, a little bit and show two cards. But these two cards have the most meaning in my collection, and it will never change. It just will not. I don't care what card I get in the future. I get gifts from friends, and those are very, very important to me, but these two cards just mean the most to me. So the first card that I'm going to show here, take it out of the plastic so that way the glare I bought this last year, and that is the 1970 Thurman Munson rookie. And I bought that specifically because that was my mom's favorite player. There's a story I think I told on my channel about how when the Yankees were in town, there's this saloon called Reedy's Saloon that was by Tiger Stadium where a lot of the teams went after the games. And my mom went to Reedy's Saloon after the Yankees were in town just to try to meet Thurman Munson. And that was in 1976. And, you know, she was kind of just a fangirl, a groupie. I don't know what you want to call her. But my mom just loved Thurman Munson. And the second card I'm going to show is kind of ironic. And we talked about it when we did the 71 All-Star Game video. Because Dan's card, that is his favorite card or either his favorite or one of his favorite cards in the hobby, is also mine. Again, because of my mom. And that's the 1971 Thurman Munson Rookie Cup Topps card. And I know that the giveaway is for a 71 Topps Thurman Munson. So what I'm going to ask is this, and it's just something that I feel like I want to do. Recently, I have come into contact with a gentleman in the community that I consider a friend. And he's a great guy, he has a great channel. And his name is Andy. His channel is Andy's Attic. So, if my VR wins for Dan's anniversary, I want Dan to give the 71 Topps to Andy. Because that's something that Andy should have in his collection. And that's something that I can do for him. So, Dan, congrats on the 3 years. Your content is amazing. Your interviews are the best in the community. And I hope you have many more years of making content and making me think as a collector, but also just put a smile on my face and entertain as well. So congrats, Dan. Thanks a lot for watching, and have a great day.